everybody, it's Sharon here. Welcome back to my channel for those who are returning, and welcome to any new subscribers that may be visiting for the first time. So I have a little collecting and gathering video to share with you today, some new treasures for my craft supplies, and I'm super excited to share them with you so I can start using them. The first thing I've purchased wasn't actually from a gift card, so I shared with you before some baskets that I got from Big W here in Australia, and I sent hubby on a mission to get me some more, and I'll just check I'm in camera, and they were out of stock, and he has actually since purchased some more for me, and I won't share those in this video because I have shared them with you before. But at the time they had these baskets here, which are actually the same size, I believe. They may be just a fraction smaller. I'm just looking at, I've got one on my desk next to me, but they had these little dividers in them, so I haven't actually unattached them, so I'll do that now if I can. And I'm thinking they just slot in. Yes, they do. They slot in here, so I'm thinking they'll be really fun for sorting, and for different sized ephemera, or for different sized fussy cut pieces, even if I wanted to have them on display and easily accessible. So I could have this on my desk and I could have 3 separate sections with pieces to draw from. So I could even have some digitals, I could have some fabrics, I could have some laces or some paper scraps. So they came in a set of 3. I will see if I can turn it upside down to show you the label. So it is, just focus that for you so you can actually see it. It is House and Home Large Wide Storage Organizer. And I just thought they were really, really handy. So a huge shout out to hubby for finding those for me, because that wasn't his mission. Okay, so I'm just going to pop those to the side and refocus. So next I have from Spotlight, these are laces that I purchased before and I've shared before, but I did buy new stock. So it's the same lace. I have one in a cream and one in a white. They have become a go-to for me. I use vintage laces or secondhand laces where I can, but there's something about the size and weight of this lace. It's quite delicate, but because it's new, it's quite sturdy. So I do really love it, and it is a go-to. So if you're interested, it's from Birch, and the code is S for Sam, no for N. Sorry, try that again. S for Sam, N for no, 0001 is the number on there. So again, one in the cream, one in the white. It's 20 millimeters wide. Okay. So also from Spotlight, and also shared before, but I will show you, are these art diaries. I purchased some a little while ago, and I have started my art journaling on camera. I haven't gone too far with it, but I had decided it was to be a work in progress, even when I felt inspired or I had some creative time, that I could just sit and play. And I will share with you as much as possible. They're probably upside down. Sorry about that. Part of the reason I haven't gone too far with it is because I had lots of things on my desk for doing my everyday ephemera pieces and that sort of thing. My mixed media room is separate, and I haven't had a camera arm for working in there, so I haven't been in there as much. So I just wanted to share with you that I did get a couple more. Okay, so my next share from Spotlight was, and the Spotlight things were using a gift voucher. So to my family and friends who have given me these gift vouchers, a huge thank you, because these purchases wouldn't have happened without your generosity and your love. So I've mentioned before, I shared quite some time ago, I purchased some erasers from Kmart to make some DIY stamps, and I thought I had a lino cutter set, or sorry, what am I trying to say? I just saw lino cutter set there and I've lost my words. So an engraving set basically, or is that what they're called? I don't know, but you know what I mean. I've searched high and low on numerous occasions and I haven't found anything. So I did purchase this. I don't think it was overly expensive. I don't remember offhand. I won't tell you a guesstimate because I'm really not sure and I don't want to be misleading, but I think I purchased it when it was on sale also. So it's a speedball. I did like the look of the handle on it. It looks like it will be quite firm to hold. I noticed a bit of discoloration on this blade here, but it looks like it's the part that goes inside the connection. So I'm not overly worried about that if that's the case. Fingers crossed that is the case. I don't know. It may not be actually. We'll have to see when I open it if that's the case. So I'm excited to actually start making some stamps. Now I have what I need. So pop that aside. And I did buy a couple of new cottons. I've been using a cotton and I don't remember the brand of it, but it's been my go-to for ages. And I'm having trouble sourcing it and I absolutely love the colour. I purchased some of the birch in a different colour recently that I shared and it wasn't quite a match. It's more a brown than, or a fawn colour I would call it, than the really beautiful cream, which I find quite neutral. So this here I think was the natural. No, it's the unbleached and it's a very close match. So I'm pretty happy with that. And it's, my guideline was kind of finding something that would work with my calico, that was a harmonious match to my calico, because we all know how much I love the calico. So I think this will work quite well. So I look forward to trying that. So next I have some Jo Sonja's paints and I've been so excited to, I'm just going to check my camera. I've been really excited to be able to add to the collection I have. If you've been watching for a while, you will know that the Jo Sonja's paints that I have and I've been using in the past were gifted to me from a friend. And so I haven't really purchased many colours. I think I've purchased the odd one or two, but that's all. And I think they were a replacement for colours that I already have. I think. Don't quote me on that. But I really haven't purchased many new colours. So these are 3 new colours. I have Celadon, Payne's Grey and Cadmium Orange. I know, I bought orange. Hope you're all sitting down for that. And then after my jelly plate play recently, I decided to go ahead and get the metallics. So I have rich gold, silver and burnished copper. So I'm super excited to have these new colors and I cannot wait to get busy and play with those. So again, Jo Sonja's paints, I really love the tones of these paints, having been able to use them for a while, and they just make me happy. That's all I have to say about that. They just make me happy. So they were also from Spotlight. And my last purchase from Spotlight was this Jo Sonja's It's Textile Medium for Fabric Painting. And when I was doing a little bit of research online, it turns out I believe that this medium makes paint on fabric washable. I hope I've got that right. Yes, so it says the addition of textile medium may stiffen painted area. This will soften with washing. So I won't go into how you use it because I haven't really looked into it that much myself, but having made some jelly print fabric pulls, I decided that it could be fun to play with, to be able to make the fabric more durable, I guess. So I don't know whether it's something I'll purchase again, but I decided I would get it and give it a try and see what happens. So if there's any textile artists out there who love to use paint on fabric and they're looking for an option to be able to make it washable, I would say this would be your go-to. Don't just take my word as gospel. Do your own research, because, disclaimer, I'm not an expert. I haven't used it before. I don't know for sure, but that was my understanding when I looked into it. So just wanted to share that with you all. And then my last shares are from Amazon Australia. So I have here this rather large bag of plastic clear envelopes. They had lots of options on Amazon for plastic envelopes. I wanted a clear one so I could see straight through to whatever is inside. The other thing I loved about them is that they have a little pocket on them for popping a label in. So my plan is to use them for my digitals. I believe they hold, I think it said up to 200 sheets, but I looked at so many. Please don't quote me on that, because it may have been 100, and I was like, I'm not necessarily likely to have 100 sheets printed for one digital artist at a time that I want to store like this. So I have accumulated some piles of papers on my desk, even some tea dyed papers and some paint dyed papers, and I'm looking for some way of storing them that they're still really accessible, but they're much more organized and they will clear up some space on my desk. So this is my plan. I do have the baskets and I love the baskets. They're really working for me. But I want to use those more for works in progress rather than just storing things. So this is my storage solution. So I'm excited to have those. And if I'm happy with them, I will definitely go back and buy more. If I can, I will link the Amazon purchases below for you. I've never done that before, so I'll see how I go. Okay, so my next Amazon share is this calligraphy ink. Now, this may seem like a rather unusual purchase, but I've been having a little play off camera with some acrylic paints, well, with my Jo Sonya's paint actually, the acrylic and the gouache paint, and some ink. And the ink that I have is water soluble, so I was looking for an option that isn't water soluble, and I believe that this is not. So I've picked this up to basically be able to have a play with it, so I'm super excited about that. Next, which I am super excited about, is this little Tim Holtz Tonic Studios paper trimmer. Now, I went ahead and got the 8.5 inch. I did consider the 12 inch, but because I have my Fiskars paper trimmer, which is 12 inch, I decided to go with the 8.5 inch. I really love the idea of this size just for those quick little cuts, especially when making ephemera pieces. And I'm hoping it'll even work for my snippet rolls, depending on the size, of course. But if I'm using a Reader's Digest book page, for instance, I'm quite sure they'll fit in there easily. So I do have a larger book page snippet roll to my right that I need to cut. I'm not sure whether it will fit, but I'm hopeful. And I will say there is something that I really love about the sound of a guillotine as opposed to the sound of a paper trimmer. I don't know why, but there is just something really satisfying for me about that sound of the guillotine. So I do have a large guillotine. It is quite heavy. It's not overly heavy, but it is a little bit heavier, obviously, than a paper trimmer, and it's much bigger. It's made to fit a, well, I think it's larger than a 12 inch. So I kind of have a trimmer for all occasions now, I feel, and I'm super excited to have this. I ummed and ahed about this quite a bit before I went ahead and purchased it. So it's here now and I'm excited. Okay. And again, that was from Amazon. And the last thing I had to share with you from Amazon, I do have something else that is on its way. It hasn't arrived yet and it's not going to get here for another, I think, another few weeks. So I decided to go ahead and share these with you now, and I will share the other thing in a different video at a later stage. So I talked to you earlier about videoing, and I just wanted to share with you, I'm hoping I can get this in camera. I mentioned I didn't have, I'm standing up now, I mentioned I didn't have another camera holder for my mixed media room. And so I've gone ahead and I've got myself a new camera arm. So you can see here it's the U Green universal holder with flexible long arm. It's the same as the one I'm using now. Scooch that down so you can see an idea of what it looks like. And I purchased this so I can have one set up in my mixed media room, so that whenever I feel like popping out there and doing some mixed media work and I want to video, I can go ahead and do that without having to literally pull my room apart here to get to my camera arm to take it to the room where my mixed media stuff is set up. So that is going to be a game changer for me, and I'm really excited. Okay, so I have one more thing to share with you, but I do have to shift some things around before I can do that. So I'll be back in a moment. Okay, the last thing I wanted to share with you is this amazing supply of laces. I picked these up on my local buy swap sell / marketplace, and I was beyond excited. I've been looking at them for quite some time, and I negotiated the price with the seller and decided I would go ahead and get them. There is so much lace in these two containers, and I am pitching myself with excitement right now. So I'm sorry the camera's a little bit wonky. I am holding this by hand, and it seems talking and holding the camera means for shakiness, and I do apologize for that, but I've been trying to figure out how I could best share them with you. I will go ahead and wash these before I use them because that's just what I like to do, but I really wanted to share my excitement with you all and show you exactly what I was talking about. The colors are just gorgeous. There's a lot of pastels in there, not the really bright colors, which works for me. There are some smaller rolls in here. I haven't gone delving too much to see if there's anything else in the bottom of the bag, so I'm not sure about that, but super, super excited. So I will take you back to the table. I won't be a moment. Okay, everybody, so that is the end of my show and tell for today. Some of these things I've had sitting here waiting to share with you for quite some time, and I'm super excited to be able to actually finally show you so that I can start prepping what I need to prep and using what I need to use. And I'm just looking at the storage envelopes, and I'm excited about being able to start tidying up my desk space and hopefully get a little more organization here. So I hope you've enjoyed looking through all of my shares today. Like I said, I wouldn't have most of these items if it weren't for the generosity of my family and friends. So again, a huge thank you and much love to you all. And I look forward to seeing you all soon, everybody. Please stay safe, stay inspired, and happy crafting. I'll see you all soon. Bye for now.